Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope everybody's day is going great. We finally have an early upload. I'm done traveling, done packing, doing all that crazy stuff. I'm here in New York and it feels awesome. I can't wait for the Overwatch League tomorrow. And today we have a super exciting video. First, we're talking about Effect, guys. Seems like maybe going on stream and crying to everybody was the right thing to do because he's back in California and he says he's ready to go. We're going to cover all of those juicy details. Then we're going to be talking about Muma and T-Mobile. Apparently they have hidden 6 Overwatch League tickets all over New York City. So if you live in New York and you want to go to the Overwatch League but can't afford it, here's your opportunity to get a chance to go. As well as that, guys, we're going to be looking at the Overwatch League players' picks to who's going to win the league. So if you're excited for this video, be sure to drop a like on it. Click that red subscription button. I upload Overwatch content every single day. So if you don't want to miss out on the daily news, updates, all the good stuff, you better click that button. And of course, drop a like on the video. Every single like counts, and I appreciate your guys' support. So let's go ahead and hop right into this video. Alright, so let's begin with Effect. He is back, and honestly, I think it's only appropriate to start this off by showing you guys this clip from his stream. Absolutely insane. So as you guys can see, Effect is back. He is streaming in Burbank, California. So if you go into stream, you can type !stay and it says your name. This stream is live at Burbank, California. Pretty good Genji clip, and Effect is back. So there's a lot of things to say about this. The first thing that comes to my mind is, wow, like this is really fast. It seems like yesterday that Effect was on his stream breaking down and crying, saying he wanted to quit and, you know, all that sad stuff. And he's back already in California, not even in Korea, playing, practicing for Overwatch League, it seems. You know, I'm not a doctor, I can't diagnose people, but like it does seem like he might be a little bit bipolar or, you know, just like personality swings, because 2 weeks ago he wanted to quit the game forever and never play again and not be a pro, take a break or something, and now all of a sudden he's back in California. I just don't understand. I think his #1 goal and his priority needs to be his mental health. And I know he said he's seen psychiatrists, he's had people try to help him, but like it's a long process, and I don't know if he's actually committing to it because he's just back so quick. It's crazy. So that's what one side of me says, but then the other side of me is also thinking, you know, maybe this is good. Going on stream definitely could have helped Effect. I know personally, whenever I'm feeling really crappy, letting my emotions out and just talking to my friends, my family, really does help. And honestly, he did it to such a big audience, and it makes him feel like, all right, now I have nothing to hide. Everybody knows the position I'm in. I'm vulnerable right now, but it doesn't matter. It's okay. And then from there, you know, he could take little steps, start working on himself. But that's just why I think 2 weeks is a little too soon, right? Like, you gotta take little steps. You can't take these massive steps and all of a sudden be fixed. So, like, I don't know. I trying to play devil's advocate here. I do hope that Effect is all good. Hopefully he's seen a psychiatrist still at the time and he's just practicing on the side. But #1 priority needs to be his health. We all know he could be a great player. He can carry any team he's on in the Overwatch League. Doesn't matter if it's the Shanghai Dragons or Seoul Dynasty. If he plays and practices hard and can get along with his teammates and doesn't have outbursts, he'll be good. Because at the end of the day, I really do think that is the worst thing right now that haunts Effect. We saw it on his stream. He said, everything that everyone has said about me being toxic, raging, crybaby, it's all true. As sad as it is to hear him say that on his stream, he admitted it. It's true. He was raging. He was bringing the atmosphere down. He was a negative asset to that team. And that's something we talked about throughout the season. So when he was on the team in the first 2 stages, he was always sad. Whether he was walking onto the stage, sitting there in between games, or after games, he would have his head down, looked really sad. They were never happy. We also seen it in the On the Watch series that they upload on their YouTube channel. The guy was just always sad, and he was always alone too. When they were practicing, he was always in the back, on the side or something, so you can just tell there was a disconnect between him and his teammates. And then once he left the team, or I wouldn't say left the team, he went to Korea and they played without him, they were much happier. Obviously, Aero did join the team, and I talked about this so many times. That was a huge reason why the Dallas Fuel season was turned around. But I also believe Effect not being there made the atmosphere much better. Everybody was happy all the time, and when you're happy and then you start to win, you can really go on a tear, and that's exactly what the Dallas Fuel did. And I hate to be the guy that really says it and puts it out there, but I'm just being real, guys. I'm giving my opinion. I'm not trying to bring down Effect in any way. I'm covering the news, I'm talking about it, giving my opinion, and I really do hope that Effect comes back and he is a great player, but I just feel like it's too soon. I said it in my video when he did the stream that I really think he should take a season off, take like 3 to 4 months away from the game completely, come back and then just stream for fun. You can still make a ton of money, you can still connect with your fans, you can stay in the game and prepare for season 3. Honestly, that would be perfect for him. Do exactly what Dafran did pre-Overwatch League season 1. I do understand the game's addicting, competing is like a drug, and if he wants to play, I mean, let him play, but I hope he's just healthy mentally and he can get through everything good without, having any freakouts, because season 1 was just a mess, man. It really was, and Effect had a lot to do with it. Going on his stream, complaining about his teammates, saying that there needs to be changes, everybody needs to be cut. You can't do that publicly. You really can't. I mean, again, imagine how your teammates would feel if one of your guys, your best player, like mechanically, just went on stream in front of the entire world and said you needed to be cut along with all your other teammates. That kills the atmosphere. And that still really just confuses me that people didn't see that during the regulars. It doesn't matter how good somebody is in game. If they don't work and mesh well with your teammates, your team is not going to be good. The atmosphere is going to be bad. People are not going to want to play. They're not going to want to perform. And that's exactly what happened. So I'm done rambling on about this topic. I really do hope Effect just can get everything together. I want to see him succeed because he's so good. And that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and move on now and talk about T-Mobile, Muma, and these free Overwatch League tickets. So this is what Muma tweeted out today. Who wants to win Overwatch League 2018 tickets? T-Mobile and I hid 6 pairs all over NYC for you to find. Check the clue map below for the Overwatch League team inspired locations. Good luck. All right, so looking below, you guys can see the map. There's a bunch of streets. Honestly, I have no idea where these are. I'm not from New York, but there's clues hidden at these locations. We have Philadelphia Fusion, LA Valiant, Boston Uprising, LA Gladiators, London Spitfire, and New York Excelsior. So if you guys want a chance to go to the Overwatch League for free, you don't have the money or whatever it may be, this is your opportunity if you're in New York. Go for it. I do know on Reddit somebody posted that they already won the LA Gladiators one, so don't go to the LA Gladiators spot, and hopefully the other ones are still there. So big shout out to Muma and T-Mobile for doing this, and I really wanted to share it with you guys. Best of luck. And now let's go to move on to the last part of the video where we are going to be talking about Overwatch League players picking who they think will win the finals. So Overwatch League posted this on their website today. Overwatch League players make grand finals predictions. Starting off, we have Ruckus from the Houston Outlaws. He said, I personally think London will win the grand finals because of the resurgence of DPS star Birdring. He is back, he's found his groove again, and he will give one of the best DPS players in the game, Carpe, a hard time. The synergy of Prophet and Birdring makes them a terrifying duo. They took down the New York Excelsior in Stage 1 playoffs with their great teamwork and individual skill. I expect to see the same again. Moving on to Tavik, he said this. I predicted before the playoffs started that it was going to be New York and London in the finals, and I think London is going to take it. I've got to hope for that EU pride. Moving on to OGE from Dallas Fuel, I believe London can win as long as their DPS can match Philly's. London's tank and support lines are stronger in this matchup. Moving on to Custa, he said, I think Philly edges out London in the DPS matchup, so I'd go with them to win it. Moving on to Bishu from the LA Gladiators, he said, it's a tough call. They both have been looking great throughout the playoffs. Perhaps I'm a little biased, but I really want to see London win. All of their players look like they've gotten their flow back, and it would make a great story if they win considering their slump towards the later stages. Moving on next, we have Harry Hook from the Dallas Fuel. He says, I think Philly will win. It is a DPS meta, and the combo of EQO and Carpe is way too strong. If they keep playing their style, they are going to win. Now, I do have to say something here, like, yeah, Philly's DPS are really good. EQO and Carpe is insane. But don't you also think that Prophet and Birdring are insane? I know they slumped, or well, at least Birdring slumped a lot during stages 3 and 4, but Prophet was always there performing, and now that Birdring is back, you can say like they're even, but I really don't see a world where you can consider EQO and Carpe really insane and not think that London's isn't either. So, I don't know. Harry's opinion there. We'll see what happens. Moving on to Soon, he said, it's difficult to know who will win. On one hand, London has a really strong tank duo, and on the other hand, Philly has solid, consistent DP. Okay. I think the match will be really close, but for me, Birdring has the potential to carry his team. So if he's on, London will probably win. But honestly, I hope Philly wins, so we'll have a baguette champion. Moving on down to Dak from the San Francisco Shock. He said this: I'm definitely cheering for my boys Neptuno and Carpe, but I'd have to give the edge to London. I'm not sure how Philly celebrated their victory, but I've seen a London team that instead of going out for a nice dinner or party, decided to stay home and have some fun playing Overwatch, with pretty much the whole team, including staff. They made a fun custom game and were laughing while killing each other inside the game. That's a true indicator of a strong team. Moving on to Siegel, he says, well, one team has a bird and the other doesn't. Obviously talking about Birdring, so he thinks London will win. Moving on to Bunny from the LA Valiant, he says this: London has an insanely good tank line with Gesture and Fury, but I still think Philly wins. Moving on to Addo from the Shanghai Dragons, he says the Spitfire will take it. I watched a lot of their matches and they have the best skills from my point of view. Agreed. Moving down to Big Goose from the Los Angeles Gladiators, he said this: I think the Spitfire will win if they keep playing at the same level they're at now. In the end, the two teams are so close to each other that I think one that manages to create more space for their DPS will win. Moving on to AKM from Dallas Fuel, I'd pick Philly to win simply because the meta fits them perfectly right now, and Carpe is the best DPS in the world. The only way London can win is if Birdring and Prophet are both on fire during the entire finals, and if they manage to shut down Carpe consistently. Moving on to Hydration from the LA Gladiators, London, because we pulled off the greatest Overwatch play known to man against them, and it caused them to go insane, and now they're the best team in the game. Moving on to Space from the LA Valiant, I think Philly will win because they have the most aggressive DPS for this meta. And then we have Taimu from the Dallas Fuel, says Philly is a scrappy team that will not give up. Like mad dogs, they will hunt down even if they're outnumbered. Philly will win. And then the very last one, we have Dia from the Shanghai Dragons. He says, I think the Spitfire will get that win according to my seventh sense, my style smile. What? Okay. So out of the 17 pros, 11 picked the London Spitfire and 6 picked the Philadelphia Fusion. And from this point on, the players, they've been sort of right. They said Philly would be here, but most of them also said the Valiant would be here. So they were wrong about one of them. A lot of them are now picking London. We'll just have to see what happens, guys. Be sure to leave a comment down below letting us know who you think is going to win. Subscribe to my channel for more daily content. And that's going to be it, guys. Peace.